Good morning and welcome to Workforce Skills with John Morse. Another Monday morning out here in Phoenix, Arizona. How's everybody doing out there? So I kind of walked in here today, kind of really haven't thought about what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to jump in with whatever's going through my mind. I'm going to wing it today. So I'm reading a book right now called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep. We'll bleep that out, by Mark Manson. And one thing I find interesting in our lives, and this is something I have to reflect on with myself too. What do I care about? What do I give a blank about? And do we worry about things that we shouldn't be worrying about in our day-to-day activity when it comes to work? How many times do we worry about the small things? We put energy towards something that doesn't need our energy put towards us, toward it or towards us. Let's think about this for a minute. You've got problems at work. You've got little things. We're worried about what other people are doing. Let's focus on ourselves. Let's focus on our job, what we're focused on, what we're in the middle of, and what we're dealing with. So for me, reading this second chapter in this book and diving a little bit deeper and taking an inner look of myself, it's what do I really care about? What am I focusing my energy on? Am I wasting energy during the day at work that I don't need to on the little things, or even in my personal life for that matter? So what do I need to focus on? Where do I put my energy, and who do I delegate other things to at work? In the workplace, somebody said something at a workshop I went to a couple weeks ago, Brandon Dawson. It was at the Leadership Essentials, and he had made the comment about when it comes to what we're doing, it's focus on yourself, focus on what you're doing. Don't worry about everybody else around you. If we could learn to focus on us and the process of what we're doing, don't focus on the little things. Now, when you say little things, what are little things? Well, could be as simple as, we're short a man at work. We're on a job site. We need 4 painters and we only have 3. Am I going to let that one person not showing up today affect my attitude, my personality, how I'm going to work, everything about my day? No, I'm not, and I shouldn't. But how many people out there would get frustrated over that and waste all this energy and frustration and just hot air about this person not showing up? We need to focus on what's important to us. What is important at work for us? It amazes me how many people, they want the corner office, they want the higher up position, they want to move up in position, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get there. And they're worried about every little detail around them. Focus on the details that matter, and focus on you getting to that next position. Focus on you leveling up within your company. If you really want to level up in your company, stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Focus on you. Get rid of all the distractions around you. If you want that corner office, if you want that management position, if you want to move up, you want that more money, you want that better pay, you have to do what it takes to get through this. You have to accept the struggle. I'm going to struggle every day of my life. We all struggle, but we choose the struggles that we want to get to where we want to be. Even when you figure out struggles and you start new things, it brings on new struggles. Going to the gym. What new struggle comes with the gym? Well, you got to work to get there. You got to work to look good. But now going to the gym created new struggles. Now it created a situation where you got to get up earlier to go to work. You got to get to the gym before you go to work. Then you got to shower before you go to work. You don't want to come to work stinky. So there's new struggles in place. The question is, what struggles do you want to deal with? What are you willing to struggle for to get ahead? I'm going to put struggles in front of me that I know are worth the struggle. And every step that I make, every decision I make, puts new struggles in front of you. You will have struggles your entire life, no matter what. It's going to be there. It's going to be right there in front of you, and you have to deal with it. No matter what you do. You get a new job, there's new struggles. You got to learn the culture. You got to learn how they do things. They might do things different there than you did at the last place you worked at. Everything is a struggle. Choose your battles. Choose the struggle that you want. For me, my struggle every day is, it's funny, people say, I have such a hard time getting up in the morning. I'm awake right now I've been getting up about 2:30 every morning. Normally it's 3:15, but lately it's about 2:30. And I don't know why. It's happening. And for me, it's a little bit of a struggle because by the evening I'm getting tired. Still go to bed at the same time. Don't know if I should go to bed earlier or not. But even after this weekend, today being Monday, my struggle today is I'm really tired. I had a relaxing weekend, had a great time with my wife. It was a relaxing weekend. Smoked on the smoker. We went out shopping, did everything we needed to this weekend. Had a great time. But the struggle today is I'm tired, but I still have to push forward. I can't stop. I can't step back. I can't take my foot off the pedal. I have to keep grinding forward. So the struggle today for me is pushing through this. There is no other option. I can't just, I'm going to go home, I quit. No, can't do that. 6 o'clock tonight, I'm speaking at a class. I have to be there. So where I would normally be home relaxing, getting ready, thinking about going to bed in an hour, not going to happen. It's going to be a late evening for me. That is the struggle, and I'm accepting that struggle. You have to decide what struggles are worth it and what struggles aren't. What are we wasting our time on that we don't need to waste our time on? What energy is being wasted out there that you don't need to waste on stupid little crap? So start thinking about what you're dealing with every day. What is it worth it? I'm going to make the best decision I can today with the information I have at the moment. The information that I have today could change tomorrow. My decision will change tomorrow. My struggles will change the next day. So focus on your struggles, what you're trying to do to get ahead. And realize that other people around you are going through struggles as well. Everybody's going through different situations in their life. You don't know what that person's in the middle of. Somebody driving down the road, they cut you off. Is it worth it to get angry and flipping the bird? It's not. Why waste your energy on something like that? You get yourself so worked up, so bent out of shape for what? For nothing. You're never going to see that person again probably the rest of your life. The odds are, unless you're driving the same place every day for work and they're the same person on the road and it's the same person cutting you off every day, it could happen. But the odds of somebody cutting you off out there in the middle of the day somewhere and you running into them again are slim to none. So why waste the energy on something like that? Why get so bent out of shape that it's going to change your attitude, change your personality? I don't want anybody to control my emotions. I don't want anybody to control the way I think, the way I feel. Why would I let someone's action create a situation with me? I don't want to struggle like that. I don't want to think about that. I want to do the positive thing and stay on the right path. I know I have struggles today, but I'm going to choose the ones I want to deal with. I'm going to choose the struggle that I need and I want. I want to grow my business right now. The struggle is finding more painters, finding more labor. That's the struggle. That's part of me tonight going to speak to this class. I'm going to be talking to a vocational program with painters. They've got a painting program, electrical, flooring, tile. I think there's a culinary there. It's very similar to what we had been a part of before. So the struggle for me is I got to put myself out there. I've got to go talk to these people. It's going to be a late evening, but that's the struggle I'm willing to take on because I look at the outcome. What is the return on this struggle? Is a reward worth it? Going to the gym, the struggle to get to the gym every day, to show up there, to get up early before going to work, to do what we need to do, is it worth it? Now, it might not seem like it the first to second week that you're doing it, but third, fourth, fifth week, you start to see the changes. You start to see yourself getting in better shape. You start to shred the weight. There is a reward at the end, and that struggle was worth it. You can look back and realize, hey, I struggled, but this is the reason. This is the outcome I was looking for. Or do we give up? There's a lot of us out there that we just give up. We take the easy way out. I think it's human nature for us just to take the easy way out. It's too simple. We want things simple. Life is not simple. Life is not going to be without a struggle. You want to be the millionaire with the money problems, or you want to be the broke guy with the money problems? Both have money problems. They're just different struggles, different sides of the playing field. But they're both different in their own way. You have to choose the struggle you want. The guy living on the street, begging for nickels and dimes to buy drugs, beer, whatever he wants, what is his struggle? versus the guy that has $1 million and he's struggling to buy that next property or that next vehicle, or he's trying to keep all his employees employed, making sure the work's coming through. There's struggles on both ends. We have to choose what we want our struggle to be. I want mine to be for the right reasons, and I want my struggles to better me every day. I don't want my struggles to put me backwards. I don't want my struggles to cause me to lose focus on what I need in life and the direction I'm going. So I'm going to focus on what's important to me, and I'm going to let the little things go. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my energy worrying about what everybody else is doing, what every other situation is happening in front of me. I'm going to focus on my plan of attack for what I want in my life. I'm going to focus on my plan of attack for my work, for my business, for what I want to do. And you should too. Focus on you. Focus on what you're willing to do. Focus on your struggle to get to where you want to be. How willing are you to struggle to get to what you want? You're going to have to. Nothing is free. Nothing is easy. We all have to work. We all have to make money to survive. You have to find a job somewhere. You have to struggle. It's going to happen. But what is your focus going to be? What struggles are you willing to take on? Are you willing to make the sacrifice to get to where you want to be? I know I am. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to where I need to be. And I'm going to take my family with me. I'm going to take my friends with me. And I'm going to take my business with me. And the struggle is worth it. The struggle's real. We all have to deal with it. The question for most of you out there is, how many times have you struggled on something or put your focus on something and in the end you realized it wasn't worth it? How much time do we waste every single day on things that mean nothing or are so minute to the grand scheme of what we're trying to get to or where we're trying to go? And you look back and think, man, why did I waste so much time on that? So much energy. Was it really worth it? I'm going to focus on the people that are important to me. I'm going to focus on my family. I'm going to focus on the business. There's struggles, and I want them, but they're real. But at the same time, I have to listen to kind of an inside voice. What's your gut instinct telling you when it comes to some of these situations? If my gut instinct is telling me, John, it's not worth it, don't even mess with that, move on, go to the next thing. I've started using a word again. I haven't used this in quite a few years, but I've got a word that I use around the office, next. Whenever there's a situation and I'm done with it, I'm ready to move on, next. I'll say it out loud in front of everybody around me. Next, let's move on. We're done beating the bush. We're done talking about it. We're done wasting energy on this situation. We don't have time for it. Focus on the things that matter. What matters to me is taking care of the people around me. What matters to me is getting that next big job. What matters to me is I'm short 15 employees right now in the field painting. I need 15 painters today. That's my struggle. How am I going to overcome that? How am I going to change that? Yeah, we ran an ad. We do it every Monday. But now I'm going to the vocational program tonight to speak to the class. Hopefully I can get something there, some new painters. But the struggle's real. We're having a hard time getting all our work done out in the field. We need painters. So what do we do to change that? So I have to look at the struggle we have and how are we going to fix it? We have to sit down with our team. We have to think about this. We offered a spiff out there. Any of our employees that bring somebody on and they work for us for 30 days, they'd get a check for $250. Hell, I got one guy, he brought on 5 guys already in the last 3 weeks. He's going to make some money off of this. And the guys he brought on are working out. They came from another company. They weren't happy there. The struggles there weren't worth it. No one was moving forward. No one was getting more money. No one was happy. He said, hey, come over here. You're going to love this company. And I'm going to make some extra money just for you coming to work for us. Now, whether you told them that or not, I'm sure they know by now because we keep throwing that spiff out there to everybody, trying to get more painters. But we're doing whatever it takes to get through this. Doesn't mean we just pack up and quit. We don't move on. I'm not going to quit and go work for somebody else. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing to go help somebody else build what they want. I'm going to build mine, and I'm going to help the people around me build their lives around me. You know, we sit down and we talk with certain employees, and I'm still trying to get to every single employee, but we talk about their PPFs, personal, professional, and financial goals. What are they looking for in their lives? How can I help them reach their goals if I don't know what they are? So we talk about it. What are the struggles that are keeping them down? What are they trying to overcome? And it's interesting when you sit and you talk with somebody about their struggles and what they're going through and what they want, but yet they're not willing to make the sacrifices to get to where they want to be. Oh, yeah, I want to buy a new truck, but I'm not willing to set aside $100 a week to save money. Well, you're not going to get the new truck. You need that money for a down payment. But yet the next guy I talked to doing the exact same thing, he started out putting $50 a week. Now it's $100 a week. Now he's almost $200 a week he's putting away. He's making a sacrifice to get what he wants. The struggle is worth it for him to move forward. So what are we going to do to overcome our struggles? Are we willing to make the sacrifices? It could be something as simple as quitting smoking. I've got a couple of guys that work for me that are trying to quit smoking right now, but they start vaping. What's the difference? Just quit. Just stop. Do something different. Worry about the things that are worth worrying about. Your health is one of them. Stop smoking. So I try to talk to them. I try to guide them. I try to give them advice. I don't expect everybody to listen to me and do what I tell them. All it is an opinion. It's advice. I'm not telling you everything I sit here and say or everything I do is perfect for anybody or everybody. You have to find what works for you. If you take one thing out of this conversation that works for you, then you've gained everything. So find something that works and make it move forward for you. That's what you have to focus on. Find the things that are worth struggling. Our whole lives is a battle. It's a struggle to get to where we're trying to get to. And I think for some of us, we don't even know where we're trying to get to in life. We don't know what the end game is. We just keep plugging away and moving forward. You have to set goals in front of you. You've got to have a goal in mind that's worth the struggle, that's worth the fight for whatever you get to. A lot of people that know me know that, I use this all the time. Someone asked me, how big do I want to get with my company? I said, you know what? I'll let you know when I get there. I don't know where there is. I know where there is now. I have a goal. And it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a battle, but it's going to be worth every second. And I'm going to focus on what I need to get to that point. That's the goal. 4 months ago, I never realized who the largest paint contractor was in the United States. I now know, and that largest paint contractor does $350 million net revenue a year. I want a piece of that. I want that. I know where I'm going now. And it's not going to be easy. And my struggle today, being short 15 painters, imagine what it's going to be the bigger we get. There's going to come a day I'm short 100 painters. But we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep expanding on what we're doing. We don't stop. The struggle's worth it to me. I'm going to choose what I want to battle for. And this is one of them. But during the process of this, I have to pay attention to the things that don't matter, the things that I shouldn't put my energy towards, the things that aren't worth wasting my time. How many of you out there just waste time every single day not knowing where you're going? You have to set a goal for yourself. What is the end game? What are you working for? What are you trying to get to? What are you trying to achieve? Now, some people are happy working at a place and, you might work on an assembly line. You might do the same thing every single day on that assembly line, time after time and time, and you're happy with that. Some people aren't. Some people want to move up. What are you doing to move up in position? If you start, for example, with us, I always refer to painting because that's what we do. You're a helper, then you're a painter, then you're a crew lead, then you're a superintendent, then you're a project manager. You have the option to go to estimating. There's multiple levels within our company. What are you willing to do to get to that next level? What struggles are you going to do? How are you going to inconvenience yourself? I want to be inconvenienced every day. It makes me better. It makes me stronger. It pushes me to be better. I have to. If I'm not inconvenienced today, something's wrong. I don't want a simple, easy day. Leave that to somebody else. Because I know if I have inconvenience and I'm struggling and I'm pushing, I'm grinding, I'm moving forward. If I just sit here and do nothing all day and relax and watch the world go by, I've gained nothing today. I'm not moving forward. I'm moving backwards. I want to read. I want to learn. I want to get more information. I want to educate myself. And we do that by pushing forward. We do that by pushing through our struggles. We do that with the inconvenience that we have in our lives. I want inconvenience. I know that sounds crazy, but I want it. It makes me stronger. It makes me better. I want to constantly be moving forward. That's the only way we get anywhere in life. Financially, emotionally, mentally, I want to continue to grow. And you should too. What are you doing to help yourself accomplish these three things? Financially, mentally, and emotionally. What are you going to do different to get yourself through this? You got to push yourself. You got to grind. You got to want more. Nobody can make you want more. No one can make you push except for you. People can say things to motivate you. Listen to me talk might get you motivated. I don't know. But what are you going to do to motivate yourself? How are you going to change your situation? You're going to work every day. They're doing the same thing. It's just a paycheck. You're grinding every day. What can you do differently to change that outcome? What can you do to push yourself? What can you do to better yourself today at work? What can you do to better yourself in your situation as you go out there? Do you want to move up in position? Do you want to make more money? Then what are you going to do to push yourself? I know what I have to do. And that's inconvenience myself every day. Pay attention to the struggles that I want to focus my mind on. I'm not going to waste energy and time on the ones that don't matter. That's what I have to do. If you're the type of person that is complacent and you're comfortable where you're at, so be it. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're the one that's complaining that you can't get anywhere, everybody's holding you down, it comes to you. Nobody's holding you back from doing anything. It is you holding you back. It's you versus you. So you have to change the way you look at things. You have to change your mindset. You have to change the way you think about where your energy is going all day. Where is this energy going that you're wasting your time with? Where can you refocus at? And it might take just sitting back for a day or two and thinking about what you need to change in your lives to get to a better position or a better place. What do I need to change? If I feel like I'm struggling or if I feel like something's not working, I have to sit back and think, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to change? And sometimes I just have to ask myself, who's going to help me get there? Who's going to take this over for me at the office or in the field painting? Who's going to take this and run with it so I can focus on what's important to me? There's a lot of things within the business that we have to do that I don't need to waste time and struggle on, but I can pass it off to somebody else to handle that. I have to focus on the things for the growth of the business, not the things that are pulling the business down, not the day-to-day, every mundane situation within the business. We have a lot of vehicles out there. I can't worry about which one needs an oil and filter change or which one needs this, new brakes or windshield wipers. There's somebody there that takes care of that. So who's taking care of that? So I can focus on the important things. Who's focused on building our estimating department, getting us more work, building relationships with general contractors? That's something I'm working on. I want to continue to build the business. But eventually there's going to come a time to where I need somebody to focus on that. I'm going to have somebody in that position that's going to step in there so I can move on to the next thing. And as the business grows, as things change, we grow, we change what we're focused on, where we're putting our energy. Right now, my energy is on the state of Arizona and the growth of what I need to do with my business. Once we hit a certain number, then the focus, the energy goes to the next state. But then I have to find somebody to take this over, to handle the struggles that are here and make sure that they focus their energy on what's necessary. As we grow, as we get older, you know, it's interesting. I'm 55 years old, and I look back at my life, and I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm actually getting smarter. I don't know if it's with years come wisdom. and I'm sure there's going to be some trolls out there making comments about this, but I'm in a position to where I want to grow mentally. I want to grow within the business. I want to grow when it comes to understanding money and how to invest in finances. And I feel like I'm at that point in my life where it's time to step up and go to the next level. And it's a struggle for me. And it starts with the books I'm reading. It starts with the videos I'm watching. It starts with trying to educate myself. And it's a struggle. It's tough. But I'm not going to not do it. I have to keep pushing myself. I have to keep grinding in this. And it's not easy. But I have to ask myself, is the struggle worth it? And I got to tell you, it's going to be. We all have to find things that are in our lives that we're willing to struggle for. What are you going to do to better yourself? What am I willing to change? What struggles am I going to take? And I know in doing this, it's going to create new struggles, new battles I got to deal with, new decisions I have to make. Every choice you make, everything you do, creates a new struggle. It creates a new situation where you've got to deal with something different. Are you willing to take on those new struggles? You're going to have struggles in everything. But as we grow, as we change, we have new struggles. These other struggles go away, and you learn from them. You become wiser because of it. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from the things that you deal with every day. That's what we have to focus on. So as you continue your journey out there of growth, of maturity, whether it's in a business, whether it's in your personal life, start thinking about the things that matter. What things am I willing to focus my attention on? I'm going to focus on what's important. I'm going to focus on what's going to better my life. I'm going to focus on what can get me to the next level. That's what you have to think about. I highly recommend the book that I'm reading right now by Mark Manson, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep. It's a great book. Get past the title and read this book. It is a great read. If you're someone that struggles out there, you get up in your head, you're worried about things, you think too much, this is a perfect book for you. If you're the type of person that you feel like you have everything under control, everything handled, but yet you don't understand why other people don't, why they're always up in their head, this would be a great book for you too. This is a book, if you can get past the title, I'm telling you, it will change the way you think about things in life. It's going to change the way you focus on what's important in your journey and what's not. It's really going to change who you are. I know it's already changing me. I'm reading it for the fourth time. We're now reading it because we're doing it as a group with our management team at work. And we read one chapter a week, and we just finished chapter 2, and tomorrow's 11 o'clock meeting, we will all sit down and discuss it. And it's something new that we created in our company where project managers, estimators, superintendents, we all have a book to read. And we go over so much per week, and we talk about it. It's kind of like our own internal book club within the company. But the books that we're choosing, that we're picking to read, are to educate us and make us better. The last one, 21 Laws of Irrefutable Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Amazing book. Great book. And some of us think we're great leaders to begin with. I'm telling you, this book will change the way you look at things. It will make you a better leader. But this book by Mark Manson, I'm telling you, it's an amazing book. I highly recommend everybody getting it out there. You can find it anywhere. I think it's on Amazon is where I got it for my whole team. And right now we're thinking about the next book. What's our next read going to be? Because as we're reading this, I want to start focusing on getting the next one. If anybody has suggestions out there, please reach out to us or send us a message. I'm definitely interested in what you're reading and what helps you. What's helping you grow and become better in your lives? The focus for me is to improve and educate myself and my team around me. If I'm going to read a book and I'm going to learn from it and grow from it, I want the people around me to also get the same effect. What can they gain as well as me? And just us talking about it every Tuesday when we read these chapters, the insight from each person's a little bit different. You can have 20 people read a chapter in a book, and 20 people will get a different perspective of that chapter. And it's interesting hearing everybody's perspective of what they're reading, what they're looking at, and what goes through their mind as they're reading this. And it's kind of exciting doing this because it makes you think about things you never would have thought about. It's helping me grow as a person. It's helping me grow as a leader. It's helping me grow as an employer. And for me to watch the guys growing around me and girls, watching them grow by what we're doing and watching the whole, I don't even know how to put it. It's just the atmosphere. Everything at work is changing for the better. It's really exciting watching this transformation within our company and the growth that is happening. I got to tell you, if you're an employer out there and you have a company, and I don't care how big or how small it is, you need to start doing this. Start a book situation where your employees read a book. If they can't stand reading, do it on Audible. Do the listening to the book. For me, I read it and listen to it. I got to get both perspectives. I'll read the chapter at home over the weekend, and then Monday coming to work, Tuesday, I'll listen to it in my truck as I'm driving to work. It helps me retain it better, helps me kind of sink in and listen to everything and take it in on a different level. So my recommendation to you guys out there is start this within your own companies. Start something new. You have nothing to lose from this. But I'm telling you, you will watch the growth, you will watch the change within the people around you. And it's amazing how fast it'll happen. So as I wrap up here, one thing I just want to leave you guys with is focus your energy on the things that matter. Focus your energy on the things that will make a difference in your life. You all have struggles. Focus on the struggles that are most important to you. That's going to get you the farthest in life and get you to where you need to be. Why struggle on things that aren't going to help you get to the next level, that aren't going to help you get to where you need to be? Focus on the important things. Focus on the people around you that are important, your loved ones, your family, your kids. Focus on those that are important to you. And as you grow and you go through this in your life, people are going to watch you and they're going to see the change within you. You won't even realize it's happening, but people are going to notice it around you. They're going to be the first ones to see the changes for the better in you. So once again, guys, thanks for joining me. Stay hungry.